let's talk about this whole working backwards in speed. So I don't remember quite how fast you were playing when you just did the single string, single note deal today. But let's start with this. It's the idea. Whatever string you feel you can play fastest on, that's a good one to start with. I think the A string would be a good one to try. I play best or fastest. I can play fastest on the lower pitch strings because of how fat they are, and the pick just glides across it easier. But we also don't want things to be too muddy and lose note clarity. So if you do, A string's a pretty good one. E string, I do a lot of stuff on that too. You could use the B string as well. I'll use the E string as a demo because we're still working in the key of C. Eventually we will get back to scales and whatnot. The material's just been challenging enough that we don't have time to go over all the theory stuff, but we will get to it again. Anyway, so pick a note, kind of figure out like I would say let's go with the A note. Just try that. Find out what speed it is. So let's say you're picking it around 180. And you got to be able to hear the divisions well, like the 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So let's say 180 is what you're doing. So what I would do at that point is do something simple like A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A. So you have each note you're picking 4 times. It's a pretty simple pattern. You just got to make sure you clearly feel and hear everything equally. Like you're hitting, for certain, you are absolutely certain you're hitting all 4 notes before moving on to the next note. So something like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And then you go down 5 at that point. You go down 5. So taking your fast motion and gradually going into the less fast motions. Just remember, the way you move at the fastest speeds is not going to be the same as the slower speed. So there's going to be a gap that you got to fill. There's going to be a gap where you're going to feel pretty awkward, really uncomfortable, and that's where you got to be. You got to find out where it's getting awkward and make the awkward not awkward anymore. So hopefully that idea helps you out. When you're working on the Orion thing, I suggested adding in repetition. So whatever riff it is, whatever part you're doing, you work it up as fast as you can. Get to that point where it's challenging, and then start doing multiple reps, multiple minutes of that thing. Try to get comfortable with where things break down. Because yes, the whole method of play it once and move up, play it once, move up is fantastic for building the speed. Maintaining it is not always that easy, and it's different from person to person. But one thing I did, learning guitar, after I would do metronomes, I did long metronome things though. I did almost a combination of speed plus endurance. Just once you get speed going, you can noodle around when your guitar solos, or just make stuff up where you're just playing at that speed that you get fast at, that's pushing you out of your comfort zone. Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. So if I'm doing something, gotta remember to breathe. Because we got to get oxygen into the muscles. That definitely is important and can be difficult to think about. But hopefully those ideas help you. Check in on how that's going in a couple weeks. Now let's get to the new stuff here. So number one, lots of sliding so you can focus on your muting, making sure that G string does not start ringing out, or any string for that matter. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One 60. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Terrible. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's so hard to get clarity in there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. Alright. That is very difficult to keep notes sounding clear at that speed. Alright. Number 2. Count the rhythm first if need be. I will say what the rhythm is as I go. And this is a rhythm you have done with the chord strumming and single note picking and house legato time. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 3, a 4 and 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 just realized I forgot a pull off mark. Why did that not go? That's because I hit the wrong keyboard. There we go. Alright. Save that. Now let's adjust it. So the only time you pick in this one is when you go to a new string. So only pick once you go to a new string. Everything else is either a hammer-on pull-off or a slide. 60 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4 and 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 done. 120, 1, 2, 3, 4. 160, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 200, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it! 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Goodness. Alright, next one to help you get some of the gallop palm mute pattern faster. Lots of quarter notes. And let's get that chord name in there. Here we go. Okay. Save 60 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 120, 1, 2. Wait a minute. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. $180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. There we go. So any questions with any of the stuff talked about here, let me know. And I will see you again in 2 weeks.